Joe Biden has taken aim at Donald Trump during his State of the Union address without mentioning his political rival's name. The president gave an energetic speech to the joint session of Congress as he made the pitch for another 4 years in office.
A veteran of the US Senate, US President Joe Biden walked into the Congress where he served for over 3 decades to deliver what may be his final State of the Union, to make the case for why it shouldn't be. Making his way through the crowd, he came across far-right Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene, who handed him a button with the name of Laken Riley. Laken Riley is the 22-year-old University of Georgia student who was kidnapped and murdered on a jog, allegedly by an illegal Venezuelan immigrant. As he took to the podium, Joe Biden handed his speech to the Speaker, but skipped over his normal introduction by the Speaker. He opened his speech with a defiant call to action to the divided House on funding for Ukraine.
Putin of Russia is on the march, invading Ukraine and sowing chaos throughout Europe and beyond. If anybody in this room thinks Putin will stop at Ukraine, I assure you he will not.
But as he addressed immigration, the Laken Riley button came back.
Laken Riley, an innocent young woman who was killed by an illegal. That's right. But how many of the thousands of people being killed by illegals? To her parents, I say, my heart goes out to you, having lost children myself. I understand.
While he didn't mention Donald Trump by name, a notably energetic Biden took aim at his likely competitor for the upcoming election.
My predecessor and some of you here seek to bury the truth about January 6th. I will not do that. This is the moment to speak the truth and to bury the lies. Here's the simple truth. You can't love your country only when you win.
Women filled the chamber dressed in suffragette white. Abortion has become one of the major persuasive topics for Democrat voters to cast a ballot. And the president spoke of his hope for a federal law to bring back the protections of Roe v. Wade.
Those bragging about overturning Roe v. Wade have no clue about the power of women. But they found out when reproductive freedom was on the ballot. We won in 2022 and 2020, and we'll win again in 2024. If you, the American people, send me a Congress that supports the right to choose, I promise you, I'll restore Roe v. Wade as the law of the land again.
Protesters gathered outside to demand President Biden work to free Gaza. Protests on the campaign trail have seen the Biden administration pivot away from its strident support of Israel.
Tonight, I'm directing the U.S. military to lead an emergency mission to establish a temporary pier in the Mediterranean on the coast of Gaza that can receive large shipments carrying food, water, medicine, and temporary shelters. No U.S. boots will be on the ground. A temporary pier will enable a massive increase in the amount of humanitarian assistance getting into Gaza every day.
Millions of Americans watch the State of the Union address as it's broadcast in prime time, so this may well be one of the highest profile events for Joe Biden in his re-election campaign, especially as we're facing the prospect of a likely Trump-Biden rematch. There's no guarantee there'll be the normal presidential debates.
We are the United States of America, and there is nothing beyond our capacity when we act together. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Annalise Nielsen, Sky News, Washington, D.C.